Welcome back to the Seattle Seahawks franchise. It wasn't that long ago since we faced the Los Angeles Rams led out by Justin Fields. We had a small taste of how scary this offense could be with the combinations of Fields and the McVay system, and that led to a 3 rushing touchdown performance along with finding the end zone twice through the air. And this was by far the worst game we've ever played. There's only one way to game plan today, and we'll see if that'll be enough for us to force him to make more plays in the pocket. After a tough outing against the Houston Texans, I think we all want to figure out what has happened to this offense that has vanished in the last couple of weeks. I doubt today will be an easy feat because the Rams are currently one of the top defenses and they are allowing the fewest points in the league. But the bright side is we never know what type of team comes out for us, so maybe we'll be surprised and take this game by the horns. And I hope this is the case because we are down to our final 3 games of the season that are all on the road, and we currently still sit outside of the playoff race. And we will continue to try and pick up wins without our premier rookie lineman Ghostin, but that's the burden we need to bear. We did not protect Howell well in the last game against Houston, and this pass rush could be worrisome if the ball doesn't come out quickly. But thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and like the video if you haven't already, as Jason Myers will get this show on the road. And this critical Week 16 matchup is underway. So much is weighing on this game, and Hunter Renfrow will take this across the 30 for this Rams offense to start. Justin Fields absolutely torched us in the last game, and we told ourselves that we want a much better approach the second time around. But words are easier said than done, as they start with a play-action pass, and that's broken up by Cameron Tucker. He has been better than what we could have asked for coming from the safety position, and the impact he's made on this defense has been significant this season, as the defense does a nice job to prevent Kyren Williams from breaking loose, and the short game will lead to a 3rd and long. And these are the types of situations we want, but keeping Fields contained. Pressure coming and he'll fire crossbody and incomplete. Renfrow argues for a flag, but none is thrown, and the Rams open up the game with a 3 and out. What an excellent start by this defense that has played much better as of late, and that's what we needed to get the ball rolling, as Richardson will get this across the 30 for Sam Howell, who really needs to push the needle today. And you wonder how much pressure he's feeling with the amount of quarterback conversations we're having, as Walker does a nice job of making the most out of this run. If we want to figure out how to get this offense's engine running, it's going to have to start with him. Anytime he goes over 100, we usually win, and there's nothing there for Howell, so he'll just toss this away. We faced a lot of 3rd downs the last game and struggled to convert. Here's Howell, gonna take a chance deep, and well over the head of Cook, so both offenses come out of the gate slow. Michael Dixon was busy last week, and he's getting some early action today, as this kick will pin him inside the 20, and we'll see if we can keep up with the 4th best rusher as a quarterback this season. Scrambling quarterbacks has been the bane of our existence this year, and there he goes. Knight can't bring him down, and this is what we feared could happen to us today. But man, what a stiff arm he put on Tyrese Knight. As they stay on the ground with Williams, more tackling issues, but this one will get cleaned up with some help. Gotta take them down on initial contact, and we can't let these guys get loose, and Kupp nearly broke away with one, but the ball sails over his head. So it's gonna be another chance for the defense to get off. It's a screen to Renfrow looking for space, and there's the type of tackling we love to see, and Dotson will get the offense back out on the field. They'll start it with Walker. Good spacing, and he's got about 7 to open up the drive. Howell still in search for his first completion of the game, and there it is to Lockett to move the sticks. Sometimes that's all you need for confidence to rise, as they go back to the ground game, and Junior Bates will maneuver his way for a 1st down. The rookie is still seeing some significant playing time, and if you produce, you'll play on this team. As he throws a nice block for Walker, who's gonna burst his way forward for another 1st down. 2 good snaps for the rookie doing the dirty work, and we're near striking distance for the first time today. As Lockett will try to sweep this on the outside, and he'll get about 6. Easiest catch he'll make today. We're having more success on early downs on this drive, but that's gonna hold us back, as Howell gets brought down by the rookie out of Florida, Quincy Robinson, and somehow we will face another 3rd and long. Howell now flushed to his right. He's going to extend his play with his legs, and this is going to be an interesting decision, but there's not going to be any hesitation to go for it. And this struggling offense will get it, and Metcalf shakes off a tackler, and he's off and diving into the end zone. Touchdown, DK Metcalf. First time back in the end zone since week 11, and it's gonna be his 11th of the year. He just shows off his big time strength, and the block sealed by Walker downfield made it a cakewalk for DK, and we have the early lead. It's been a while since we found the end zone in the first quarter, and this is a great start for the defense, holding them to only punting drives, as Williams nearly gets them going for about 9. We're going to keep focusing on covering the deep parts of the field, but eventually we want to add some more pressure, as they send the blitz here, and Williams runs right past it, and this will be a big gain, so this did not work out. It wasn't a bad idea. We want to show different looks to make Fields uncomfortable, but the 4-man rush gets to him here. It's the red-hot Amari Barno. This guy has been one of the better pass rushers as of late, and he uses his quickness to blow by Spencer Brown, and it's farming season as the barn is planted on Fields. So it's gonna be a 3rd and long. Fields dropping the pass against the 4-man rush. He hits Nacua, Love trips up, and that will be a touchdown. Puka Nacua does it to us again. And I take full responsibility on this. Julian Love gets to the left side really late, and by the time he did, it was too late to make any contact with the ball or Nacua, so that unfortunately will result in a tie game. When our offense is struggling the way it has been, we definitely wish the defense could hold it together for one drive, but this is also a key moment to see if the tide has turned for them, and Walker has played really well in this first half. Now Howell will throw, going for Metcalf, and it's off the mark. We've seen this one too many times. He has a step on the defense, but this ball just sails way too far out of his reach, and you gotta be able to complete those throws. Those are gonna make the voices even louder for the offseason decisions, as he'll complete this one to Nate McDonald, and he'll burst forward for a first down, and the rookie does a good job to keep the motor going. Possible sweep. Nope, it's going to Walker, and look at this explosiveness up the middle, and that's a new fresh set of downs. Kenneth Walker has been brilliant today. Howell going his direction, and he's wide open. It's gonna be a touchdown. No need to run that time, as Walker had all the space in the world. And this transpired because the safety John Johnson cheated towards the flat, and by the time he realized Walker was booking it, it was too late to recover. And how about 2 straight touchdown drives? That's 2 more than the last time we faced this defense. As Kupp gets into the action now, he's still going and picks up the first down. That's his first catch of the game, and I've been proud of how our defense has responded on the road, especially after taking a beatdown the last time. As Williams gets decked behind the line of scrimmage by Dotson for a loss. It would be huge if we could bring the offense back out for a 2-minute drive. But here's Fields trying to extend the play, and Richardson, even with his speed, unable to take him down before he crosses the marker. So the drive will continue here as we've hit the warning. And the easy pitch and catch will be made by Tyler Higbee for a gain of 5. Clock stops as Fields works from plus territory, and the toss outside is caught by Nacua, and he'll add on to his touchdown yardage earlier. The big names are making plays, and now they run a screen, and Williams will get a nice gain out of this as they're now well into field goal range. There's still plenty of time, so hopefully someone can make a play on defense. As Nacua makes another catch, this time from the backfield for a first down, and Knight couldn't keep up. That is 6 straight completions, and Fields has been spot on. And he'll continue to be as the Rams continue to chip their way closer. Kupp has been more active on this drive, and he'll continue to be as that is caught to make it a 1st and goal inside the 5. 3 receivers to the right, Seattle manning everyone up. This is lofted to the end zone, caught for the touchdown! Hunter Renfrow beats the rookie Ballard on the outside, and the Rams have found a way to tie it up as we jump into the second half. We've got a good one today, but Walker has been great as he picks up 12 on the carry. We had 2 straight scoring drives. Hopefully that carries over to this quarter, as Fant makes the catch and he'll blaze his way up the field for a big one. That's pretty good separation away from the linebacker Jones. as Walker separates from everyone, and that's another huge run, and the offense is starting to figure it out here. From the 37, Charbonnet in on the snap. He'll get it kicking out left, and a penalty marker is down to back this one up. It was on the right tackle Abraham Lucas for a hold. Walker back on the field, and this one will only go for a short gain. Early down struggles have hurt us in the past, and it'll be interesting to see how they'll manage. As Howell will boot this to the weak side, fires a bullet, and that's somehow caught by Lockett with white draped all over him, and the chains will continue to move. And now someone jumps. It's a free play. Walker's still going. He's met and muscling his way forward for a first down. What an effort there by our superstar, and they'll obviously decline this penalty. Here's Junior Bates getting a carry, and he's got some space up the middle and gets us another 7. Walker rotates back in. It goes to him, and a good run, but another flag will drop them back another 10. Lucas caught twice on a hold, but they stay true to the ground, and Walker will make this closer. Charbonnet in the slot on 3rd and 7. They go back to Walker on the ground, and the Rams weren't fooled. A very conservative call there, and that'll bring on Jason Myers to attempt a 31-yarder. And this kick will put us up by 3. Even though we weren't able to find the end zone, one of the most important things that happened on that drive was eating up the majority of that third quarter and keeping the Rams offense on the sidelines. But the Rams don't seem to lose their step as they have a first down. Ball now placed at their own 44. It's a run, no, it's play action, and it goes back to Williams for a gain of 4. A little confusing to the eye there for a moment. But this is a run, and the Seahawks defense is all over it for no gain. Nicely done by Dotson. As Fields looking to get 4 or more on this play. He'll launch over the middle and knocked away by Witherspoon, who went step for step with Nacua, and that'll force out the punt team. That's going to be a huge lift for our sidelines for controlling the clock and winning the third quarter, and we're 1 away from stealing this one, as this will have us start at the 20. Kenneth Walker is the running back, but Howell's going to throw. And this is dumped underneath to Lockett. He breaks a few tackles, still up, and the tremendous effort will get the chains moving. At this point of the game, the main objective is to make smart decisions to keep the clock running, as Walker is going to sweep this to the left side, and he'll add on to his stat line, and the Rams are probably scratching their heads at the moment. Now Junior Bates is back in the backfield with a 2-back set. This will be a screen to Charbonnet instead. He'll take this back to the middle of the field, and these different personnel looks are working to our advantage. This time it goes back to Walker, and Ernest Jones wasn't fooled there. Loss of 2 on the play. Now working out of play action. Howell gets hit as he throws, and Lockett couldn't hold on. The ball was spot on, but a rare drop there by the vet, and they'll need to deal with a 3rd and long again. They'll go out to McDonald. It's caught and well short, so the Rams will get the football back with under 7 minutes to go. We certainly don't want to let them off the hook easy. And a weird moment there. Seems like Kupp wasn't ready for the ball. Nacua now lined up in the backfield. Seattle sends pressure, and this time the connection is made between Kupp and Fields, so it's a critical 3rd down. They stay on the ground with Williams looking for space. Gets by one and cleaned up at the line of scrimmage. Tyrell Dotson first one to read it, and the secondary followed suit with white jerseys swarming Williams, and the defense remains strong. As the offense takes over and will test the ground game for themselves, and they'll find success here as Walker now surpasses 100 yards today. Walker stays on. He'll get it trying to stretch to the right side of the field. He'll catch the edge, flag is down, and this one will unfortunately be called back. He hasn't lost a step, but Charbonnet will take the carry here, and this run to the left side will be a positive gain of 6. Converting on 3rd down will be a tell if this offense has figured it out, as the throw across the middle is caught, and Metcalf will work his way up and get us near midfield. A much needed first down, and the clock will move. Here's another gift to Walker. More space, and this defense has not figured him out all day. Rotation of backs continue, as they'll fake it here, and the floated pass will be completed to move the sticks. Sam Howell has looked much better on this drive as the Rams crush Walker in the backfield. And you guessed it, it's another 3rd and long. Kendrick Cook is lined up in the slot. It'll go to him, and he'll fight forward using all of his 6'5" frame to get us a first down. What a job by the rookie. Rams burn a timeout. Back to Walker. Splits the defenders, and he's out in space, and Walker will trot into the end zone for a touchdown. A possible dagger here in Los Angeles, and how fitting that it's him to close the deal. I thought Jones had him like a dead duck, but he finds a way to get by him and beelines his way straight to the end zone, and we are moments away from stealing a big one here. We have 100 seconds left and they'll try on 2nd down. Fields rolling out, and the throw on the run is broken up by Pritchett as the Rams are frustrated with the lack of calls, and will play on. Good protection for Fields. Going back to the right side, but this time it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Brandon Ballard. A week ago he struggled in coverage, and today he's the one to call game and come away with his 2nd of the year. A first down will clinch it on this 3rd and short. Back to Walker, and with the way he's played, there's no doubt he would pick this one up, as the Seahawks will steal a win here on the road, and they capture their first divisional win of the season against the first place Rams. 24-14 was the final score last week and the same score today. However, this one falls to our favor, and we are still very much alive for the playoffs. And this was not what I expected after being steamrolled by this team. Howell played a much better game today, and I'm proud of how we protected him, not necessarily from sacks, but keeping him away from bad situations, and he made the throws when it mattered. But the superstar of the game is Kenneth Walker, bursting through with over $150 in this one, and it's clear we go however far he takes us. And our offense as a whole still has more things to iron out, but in a grinded out game, you take this any day. But how about this defense? Drake May recently in the media said phones down and clap it up for the defense, and they deserve a ton of credit today. They played with a chip on their shoulder after being blown out by this team, and I'm glad they rose up to the challenge this time around. Huge shout out to the rookie Brandon Ballard, who didn't play well against Houston last episode, and today we just hope he's put that to rest because he's becoming a reliable player in that nickel position. But I also love how we held Fields to make decisions in the pocket today, and that to me was probably the biggest component that led us to the victory. Obviously, there's still a lot of inconsistency, but this is one of those days where our guys just had it. I just wish we can dominate like this every single time we get on the gridiron. I want our defense to remain our focus for development, specifically the secondary, which is why we'll continue to add staff points to our DC. But Kenneth Walker was an absolute monster, and he's the best player on the field today in my opinion. But I mean it when I say he's the engine. Since his return, whenever he goes over 100 yards on the ground, we win, and that has to be the priority going forward, and it keeps Howell from making big mistakes or tough throws. We have 2 more games to go. We are not yet in the top 7 as we stay in the bubble, but our next matchup will be against Travis Etienne and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Etienne is nearing a 1,000-yard season, and he's been quite successful. However, this Jaguars team has only won 3 games this year, and that's because their defense has been horrendous. They rank basically in the bottom 5 in all the categories, so if there was ever a moment for our offense to get their rhythm back, this should be the one. Obviously, it's not going to be a gimme, and if anything, this could be another one of those trap games. But we'll see, and that will be all for the episode. What a game, and we finally pick up our divisional win, and we'll move on to the next one, and I cannot wait for it. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already for more Seattle Seahawks franchise. There's going to be a lot more coming, and I'd love to hear your feedback, so feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm Monkey C, and I'm out.